The MG Show. What real independent journalism looks like.
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show.
How you guys doing? Just trying to figure out why our posts aren't posting and populating to X. So I just had to do it manually again for the second day in a row. So it is up there now, Shady.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. I'll go right there and grab it. Yeah. It was weird yesterday. It completely stalled it out. I could see that you were live. Morning, everybody. But it wasn't populating the show. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Yeah, we got it. We're up.
We got it. All right.
Thank you, Yeti. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God, gremlins again.
Oh, geez. So we got to figure out how to do that instead of being oh, it's okay. But it's not okay. I don't like it. Yesterday's show got 98.3 thousand views, guys. Look at that. Let's hear it for it. Let's hear it.
Nice. Let's go. Bravo. It was a great show, by the way.
Yeah. Pretty amazing. And the show before that got 58.7 thousand views about Epstein files explode, Bannon, Byrne, Flynn, Powell, Epstein ties. They're all tied together. And today, Shady Groove, let's just talk about it right out the gate so they can give us the thumbs down because they're wrong again. The same people that told you Trump was going to be the president in 2021 are the ones defending Bannon now. The same Black Pill Network. But General Flynn reposted somebody that we know, Spill TT, which is very interesting. But that wasn't the damning part of the Epstein files. So Flynn posts, oh, we need to find out about Bannon, but yet his network is protecting Bannon. Do you see how it works, Shady?
Well, I went through the feed there and I got to see all the different times when Flynn promotes his appearance on Bannon.
Yeah.
All the different times you run there to go to do the Bannon show, but then all of a sudden you make this innocuous post that kind of it's one of the items that's not good. It's not kind of down to the nuts and bolts like the work that Spilty's doing. And the other stuff that she's uncovered is a lot more interesting.
Yes.
And a number of things that we're finding are a lot more interesting. But Jeff, it's much like General Flynn is the super secret undercover. Nobody really knows, but he's really in the administration guy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what they're taking that out of the manual, and then they're erasing Flynn and they're putting in Bannon and they're serving it up to you nice and fresh.
That's right. J-Bo says, I'm sitting in front of the class with my ears and eyes are open and give us what y'all know. We've been attacked by these same people. In fact, we're being attacked by one of their little Flynnians right now that are calling out my Q's posting my X account. And, I was on the list that the people that were, Hillary Clinton wanted off Twitter. And, we've got all that proof. And yet people that follow Q would be very excited that I was Q'd so many times, Shady. I mean, and it's weird that people are attacking me. Isn't it all because of the pay sewer and follow the bloodlines? Do you think that's what it is, Shady?
That's 100% what it is. It's 100% what it is, because what we are talking about is what we think, the MG show. We think that if the whole country were having the discussion that we're having here every day, everybody would be making a lot better decisions about who it is and who it is that they don't trust to give them and talk to them about information, because the information is tainted by the filter of the person that is giving it to you. And you can clearly see what type of information is not tainted by that person and how they are twisting it. The person that brings information, it's one thing to bring a fact. What we try to do for you guys is we try to say, okay, this is a fact. We can prove this. This is not a fact. This is someone talking about it. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring you the things that people are talking about, and then reverse engineer that and try to present evidence that shows that those things are facts when they clearly are not. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. I'd like to thank everybody for all of the time that it takes to follow this stuff. This is not easy.
And guess who's taking that time?
We have.
And I know you guys are busy lives. You got family, you got work, you got all that stuff. But, we are deciding to do this for a living because of you guys. Your support and donations help us out to get out of this echo chamber that we're stuck in with these asshats. We're right now. This is it, dude. This is exactly how we get out. We talked about this before between the two of us, and we understood that at the point where this network starts to crumble and fail, people are going to actually become curious about the person or the entity that was posting as Q, not what the media has painted it at, and not what all these other digital soldiers have painted it at. Both sides were at work at a fever pitch to paint Q as things that it wasn't. So in other words, like they were calling it right wing white supremacy. Well, it turns out that the people that were calling it right wing white supremacy are the right wing white supremacists. Sally sells seashores down by the seashell.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Dang it.
Yeah, I can't
even get that right.
Oh, he's just kicking in over there.
So let me just really quick break it down for you, because people are just dealing with feelings and they're trying to do this on purpose. It's all designed to confuse you. If you put fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD is what they're throwing at you. It's just a bunch of FUD, okay? But the real issue is what was actually said, and read it for yourself, because the truth is learned, never told. So if somebody's telling you something, that right there should be a red flag. I'm not telling you anything. I'm just showing you the research that we've found, and it doesn't look good. Okay. And then you can make your mind up.
That's a great distinction, by the way. That's a great distinction. It's subtle, but that is a great distinction. The difference between someone telling you something and someone attempting to show you something. This is the reason that we felt so slighted, because we were at no point ever telling these people anything, and they twisted what we were saying as we were trying to tell them. We were like, no, we're trying to show you what it is that we found that has changed our mind, right? We're not trying to tell you that this is real. We're trying to show you so that you look at it and say, oh, okay, well, this looks bad, but it's not so bad because of X. They don't do that. They come straight at you and they try to act like you're doing something to them that is unbelievable, when all you did was say, I'm trying to show you something.
Yep. So let's just break it down. Okay. Let me just show you some of the posts. This is Sun Tzu. This is Ben Moore. He's on General Flynn's, Little Flowers advisory board for defending human trafficking. And this is what I want to believe this about Bannon. I do. But some of these recent disclosures are very damning. They are. But you got Guitar Anon, bringing up this, two very good guys who were treated so unfairly by Sleepy Joe Biden, but now, so they were untreated. Bannon was, in fact, in my opinion, treated very unfairly in the J6 thing, and he had to be in jail, okay? So we need to separate that from the other stuff. Does that make sense, Shady Groove?
It absolutely makes sense. It's the same thing that Jake Lang was doing. It's the same thing Enrique Tarrio was doing. They did this for Roger Stone. They're willing to make these moves. They know that sitting in jail for a couple of months is going to increase their credibility and increase their ability to raise money.
Yeah. So let's keep going. So this is Guitar Anon. We know that this guy is an idiot, guys. You guys all know. Let's talk about Bannon. I'm not here to support or prove anything, but okay. So when they say I'm not here to support or prove anything, what are they trying to do, Shady? They're trying to support.
They're here to support and defend it.
But with all the attention being put on the Bannon and Epstein situation, I think it's prudent to step back and look at the big picture. My hunch, a hunch, Shady, a hunch is a feeling. A feeling has, what's the IQ of a feeling, Shady Groove?
0.0000.
So he said that Bannon was in comms with Epstein as a mole. Okay, let's just keep going. Okay, what are your present thoughts on Steve Bannon? Me, not so good. I agree with MK Ultras right here, but appears he was in cahoots with Epstein to take Trump out. Yes, or was he a mole? See, there's that. There's that to confuse you again. No, he was there to take Trump out.
It's also agreement, right?
Yep,
agreement across the board.
So let's look at this one. We looked at that one. Let's look at this one. We looked at that one. This is Cat the Great. 1,000% Bannon is the perfect sleazy dude to be an informant and help Trump take him down. I laugh inside thinking about Bannon seeing all the hate right now, probably just smiling, but we shall wait and see. Okay. That is a feeling. That is nothing based in fact. Okay. Nothing is based in fact with that comment. Right. Okay. This one here, Alpha Warrior. This guy is a complete asshat and has attacked us many times. And then John Harold, the father of devolution. Well, he wasn't the father. Flynn actually was, if you guys really understand. But every time I see the anti-Bannon op reach fever pitch amongst the mob, something comes up from Trump and his men ostensibly in defense and support of him. Who is wrong about Bannon, Trump or the mob? Trump is not wrong about this J6 conviction being bullshit, okay? I agree that Steve Bannon's J6 conviction was BS, Shady.
It's a false equivalency. I just want to point out that they tried to make these false equivalencies. Exactly right, Jeff. And therefore, doesn't it actually prove that Bannon was working against Trump because it's a bad optic that Donald Trump has to pardon the guy to begin with? No?
Yeah.
You see, they're utilizing the thing that they forced, like this same thing. This is the exact same thing we're saying happened with Flynn. This is exactly the same thing, you guys. You get into trouble so that you get credibility.
Yep. So Flynn's Black Pill Network comes to the Bannon's defense, but this Bannon was a mole or informant from Trump theory is straight up bullshit designed to confuse you. Okay. All you have to do is read the actual communications in the unsealed Epstein files. Okay. The DOJ released all those documents. Hundreds of text messages, 2018 to 2019. Post White House. Bannon was fired and he was pissed. Okay. Post Epstein conviction. Epstein was a known pedophile. And Bannon, post White House, post Epstein. How can I get back at Trump? That seems to be Occam's razor to me, Shady Groove.
It is.
All of these people that are attacking Trump are mad at Trump. Flynn got fired. Bannon got fired. Candace Owens, Erica Kirk. She's not in TPUSA. It's all very simple, in my opinion. That's an opinion. But Bannon cozying up, asking for Epstein's plane to pick him up in Rome. That's fun. Epstein gifting him a Hermes Apple Watch. Those things aren't cheap, guys. Bannon mocking Trump behind his back, calling him, quote, out of gas. Sarcastic, stable genius, bragging, quote, he got him to pull the trigger on tariffs while trashing his incompetence. That's Steve Bannon. That is in the files. That is fact, sadly. Plotting a redemption documentary, interviewing Epstein for 15 plus hours to rehab his image as a philanthropist. Okay. Let's see. That wasn't infiltration. That is schmoozing a pedophile financer, trash talking President Donald Trump and chasing influence. I mean, that's really the conclusion. There's no evidence that he fed back intel to Trump or exposed anything meaningful.
No, he didn't. Like, he had no communication. Trump was calling him Sloppy Steve as he threw him out, dude.
Well, I'll get to that too.
But I'm just saying, like, this is not. We're not talking now. Before we've talked about some of the stuff that has to do with the prior. This is during.
Yep. This is after he got fired from Trump.
Correct.
Yeah. So Bannon got pardoned later anyway. Okay. But you got to look at what he was pardoned for. You can't take everything and lump it all together. That's what they do. They take everything. The J6 crap was crap. Okay. On Bannon. I'm going to just admit that was crap. Okay, they put him in jail. Maybe could have been optics too to give him more credibility, like the Streisand effect. Okay.
Well, they put him in jail for something that was ridiculous. That's why I think that, and just like they were trying to put Flynn in jail for something that was ridiculous. So it is the optic and the idea that now that I'm seeing the messages from Bannon, and this is my opinion, but now that I'm seeing the messages from Bannon and the whole thing that happened with J6, it all looks so much different now. It all looks exactly like before. It was a pseudo theory. Now it's almost an absolute, okay, of what it was that they were trying to do. There's no question in my mind that Bannon and his cohorts, all this crew, they were all screaming, go to the Capitol, go to the Capitol, storm the Capitol. They were all in agreement. Every single one of them, whether it was Nick Fuentes, General Flynn, Ann Vandersteel, or Steve Bannon, or Roger Stone, they were all in cahoots, and Alex Jones. They were all in cahoots about storm the Capitol, storm the Capitol, storm the Capitol. And then the J6 committee happened about arresting all of the Americans that, quote unquote, stormed the Capitol for these people. You know, the Jessica Watkins story, saying specifically, I did it for Roger Stone.
Yeah.
Because people were convinced this is what emotional, psychological manipulation results in. The Capitol or the federal building in Portland. It's not just our side. It's both sides. They're doing the same thing to both sides, hoping that we destroy each other in the process.
So again, there's no evidence that he fed back any intel to President Trump or exposed anything meaningful. I mean, you know, he's been on the war room for how long and has not said anything about Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Bannon got pardoned. We got that. The mole spin to cope is protecting a grifter, in my opinion. Read the files for yourself. Bottom line. Read the files for yourself. Trump's DOJ drops doesn't change what Bannon said in private. Okay. Period. Bannon said stuff to hurt my president
and our administration, and he was feeding Epstein. So Bannon was feeding Epstein intel about what was going on inside the administration. So Q then all of a sudden had to start getting rid of all the people that were in the administration. Why? Because Bannon had his hooks in all these different people, and every time Trump would turn around, they were leaking some other stupid story. So where do you think the leak was coming from? It was coming from Bannon to Epstein. It was coming from Bannon to Alan Dershowitz, or who the hell ever is in the network.
Sloppy Steve was called a leaker by President Trump as well. So now let's actually look at what President Trump says, not what Guitar Anon says, Sun Tzu, General Flynn, or anybody else, because I think it's very important. And you've heard the name Michael Wolff, right?
Yes.
Trump said it recently.
Yes, and Effectual made a $10 rant and says that they integrate themselves, then attack each other to divide each groups and steal money from the low IQ people that are emotionally psyoped and ignorant due to not researching simple information. That is so true, bro, because the information to research literally takes you 3 minutes. Now with AI, Jeff, you know, before it took us an exhausting amount of effort to research something. Now with AI, it's 3 seconds. You can go research it, but they don't do easy work.
So again, thank you, Effectual. Appreciate that. And yes, absolutely right. They infiltrate. That's what they do. They make friends with you, then they turn on you. Okay, and then they know how to piss you off because you made friends with them. Does that make sense?
Because they learned things about your family or about your personal life, and so then they start goading you. Like, you know, like whenever my mother passes away, they start making memes about my dead mother.
It's crazy. So Michael Wolff, right? He's a total loser. And Trump just said it on Air Force One last week, right? Saying, I'm going to sue, right? But look at this from 2018, Shady Groove. Michael Wolff is a total loser who made up stories in order to sell this really boring and untruthful book. He used sloppy Steve Bannon, who cried when he got fired and begged for his job. Now sloppy Steve has been dumped like a dog by almost everyone. Too bad. So if you read that from my president, your president, Donald J. Trump, how do you take that? And how did MAGA even get behind this guy? And now think of this. Bannon says stupid crap on his show. Bannon sends that stupid crap that he says on the show to the MSM, and the MSM uses Bannon's stupid crap to attack you, me, and everybody else that supports Donald J. Trump. Bannon does not represent me.
He inserted all the different extenuating people that were talking about the devolution thing. He brought Ivan Ranklin on there to tell us 100 times about everything that didn't happen. The whole Mike Pence thing to the Donald Trump's going to be Speaker of the House. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, guarantee, or the deep state target list. You know, this guy's out there literally making a list of federal officials he wants you to go attack, like you're Antifa.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an insurrection. That's vigilantism. Okay, you are allowed as an American to believe in vigilantism if that's what you believe. They keep telling me, Jeff, oh, well, we did kick off a revolution. Like they have, like, making this crazy, retarded false equivalency to the revolution. The revolution was against a king. What, you're going to have a revolution against we the people, you numbnut? It's we the people. What's your stupid revolution talking about? Like, they're so disingenuous, guys. It's insane what we're navigating right now, Jeff.
And you know, I want to go ahead and just let's cap this segment. Bannon is in deep shit.
That's gonna be your that's gonna be your tagline.
Yeah. And you know, people that are that left the Hughes movement to support Bannon look like fools right now. Okay.
Well, Q explained to us what the Alex Jones Network was, and Q explained to us what the Holy See was, and Q explained to us who Jack Posobiec was. And so if you weren't able to make the jump of 1-to-1-to-1 between Flynn, Bannon, Posobiec, and the globalist Epstein, I'm calling it my new hashtag, Jeff, Epstein Army. Hashtag Epstein Army. That's who
I think I came up with that, though, didn't I?
No.
Digital soldiers. Yes, I did. Oh, I called them Epstein soldiers. That's what
I don't know what you called them. My tagline was Epstein Army.
Yeah. Effectual push MAGA or be exposed.
And look at who's being exposed, because once they just now stopped pushing MAGA, didn't they? This whole thing with Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens really caused a lot of these people to kind of like jump out of the garbage pail onto the street, and now they're out here rotting on the street.
Yeah, exactly right. So, Shady Groove, I just want to cap this segment off. You know, we also have the Bolton drops that out Steve Bannon as well, because they're talking about Bolton with Epstein. And when Donald Trump says it was a hoax, he means it. It was a hoax to hurt Donald Trump. Just like Russia.
That's exactly what it was.
So let me just cap it off. Let's just play a song, Shady Groove, and cap it off, and we'll go on to other things.
Yo, listen up, Patriots. This one's for the real ones. Back is strong, no room for grifters and the phonies. President Trump dropped the truth, straight fire from the throne. Called him out clean. Sloppy Steve, leave that clown alone. Sloppy Steve Bannon thought he was the big brain mastermind, whispering in ears but got caught playing both sides blind. Cozy with Epstein, post-conviction, text flying like crazy. Hundreds of messages, Apple Watch gift. Man is shady, mocking Trump behind closed doors, calling shots he never earned. While the boss built the wall, this rat just burned the bridge and turned. Sloppy Steve, dumb like a dog, no reprieve. Cried when he got fired, begged for his job, couldn't believe. Leaker, schemer, grifter supreme. Epstein's old scene. Trump said it best. Sloppy Steve, stay out the dream. No more near the White House. No more in the crew. MAGA means cutting the cord on frauds like you. Fire and fury quotes. Treason is Don Jr. What a joke. Predicted Mueller cracking a kid. But the deep state choke. We built the wall. Scam. Pocketed cash from the base. Fraud charges piling. Pardon came. But still disgraced. Now he's back with War Room. Acting like the savior king. But MAGA knows the truth. You're just another swamp thing. Sloppy Steve. Globalist ties can't deceive. Pedal pal. Epstein, red carpet dreams make us grieve. Trump 2.0, rising borders, locked economy strong. No room for backstabbers, you've been doing it wrong. Trump coined it perfect, that nickname hits like a brick. Sloppy in loyalty, sloppy in truth, sloppy and sick. From chief strategist that lost his mind. That's the fall, now the movement's cleaning house. Answering the call, so raise the flag high. No grifters allowed. President Trump leading, making MAGA proud. Sloppy Steve can't fade, taking schemes to the grave. MAGA forever, Patriots brave. USA! Drain it all. No mercy for the fakes. Cut the cord.
There you go. Turn the sound down, FC Bear, because I don't care. I think that song gets right to the heart of things. I mean, he even said that Mueller is going to crack Don Jr. Guys, read the text yourself. You cannot protect this man from his own writings, Shady.
No, and he was targeting. He was like, you know, the nasty stuff that he has said about Jared Kushner and a couple of the other people in Donald Trump's administration are very eye-opening. Whenever you read what people say when they think that you're never going to read what they say, you learn things about them that you suspected, but you didn't know. And now you know. And what we know is that Bannon was PO'd at everything. Like, just imagine, just imagine, like, So Bannon is a lobbyist, quote unquote. Roger Stone is a lobbyist. Okay. That's what these guys are at their core. You see the messages, create a media company so you can avoid FARA. This was so that they could fund their operations. Like we've been telling you, 501c4s to 501c3s, get the money coming in, create a bunch of media networks, Epoch Times, NDTV, Real America's Voice. All of these things were created, guys, with foreign money. Okay. I know it says Real America's Voice and it says Epoch Times, but this is foreign media being funded in a way that Epstein is teaching Bannon to do so that they could get money into the system and insert a spin on every story to control how the media is interpreted, or how the events that occur in the media become interpreted.
That's right. That's right.
And this stuff that I found last night between the Bolton post was just absolutely insane.
Yeah. It's all insane, guys. I mean, and there's more coming.
I got it. You want me to go?
Well,
I said the stuff that I have with the Q post and Bannon.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought you wanted me to go to that now. So this is check this out, guys. So if you look at this, this is the communications that you're seeing. You read this however you want. I liked your blank Wall Street statement. Don't know how you are doing it, but it seems he is following your lead. Epstein to Bannon. Bannon, 1,000%. I have Kudlow and Bolton in there. Nice to finally have good soldiers for you from Epstein. Bannon, old soldiers looking for a gig. Yes, but it's funny as it is obvious that they now have a boss. Good for you. In other words, Bannon is saying, I'm their boss. Old soldiers looking for a gig. Old guard. Why is that relevant? The date is April the 5th, 2018. And whenever Q says you have more than you know, okay, think about this. Look at this just for a second. Steve Bannon brags to Jeffrey Epstein about infiltrating the first Trump administration and planting John Bolton as an operator on 4/5/18. This right here at post is 4/3/18. Post 9/9/2. Where we go one, we go all. Drops will go fast. White House clean. SIG. Marker. Everything is planned. Years. Message. Unity. Awakening. We fight. Lexington Concord. Stay together. Q responds to that post in the very next post, 9/9/3, and says, follow Bolton. Clean. Stage. Learn how to archive offline. The streets will not be safe for them. This is 2 days before that text exchange you just saw me show you with Bannon and Epstein. This is post 9/9/4, the same day, 4/3. Operators on site, deep, safe, Q. Interesting, quoting that Bolton post.
I can't see the bottom of that post.
Oh, you can't?
How come I can't see, like, it's all, like, cut off?
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, watch. I can move it. I didn't realize. I didn't realize that we were cut off down there.
Yeah. All good. There you go, brother.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Yeah. So this one's responding. 9/9/4 was responding to 9/9/3 that we just read. It was the very next post, and these were coming out pretty quick back together. But it says operators on site.
Wow.
Safe Q, and then this is 4/10, and I actually did this wrong. I said post 11:53. It's a post 11:23, but this is 4/10/2018. So he puts the picture up of all the generals standing there. There was 9 on one side, 11 on the other. And he says, who is standing next to Pence and POTUS? Message, ? Bolton cleaning house? Out they go. A clean house is very important. This is 5 days after Bannon is bragging to Epstein, guys. Do you understand? That right there is that when Q says you have more than you know, this is the stuff that we've been waiting for, dude. This is the stuff that we know that is connected with all of this nefarious backroom stuff that these people have been doing. and Q was trolling them in real time. So imagine you're Steve Bannon, you're reading the Q post that are talking about a clean house is important, and Bolton is the one doing it. Think about what you're thinking if you just sent those messages in 2018 and you're Steve Bannon.
Wow. No wonder they hate Q.
No wonder they all hated Q, Jeff. And no wonder they sent their digital soldiers to sideline us.
Misdecode.
We were on the right track with Donald Trump.
Yep.
17, if you think that's pretty freaking epic.
Oh, where's mine? Where's mine?
Wow.
So also, as you know, we have outed, Chris Christie and Pence and Reince Priebus. Chris Christie is also in the Bannon conversations with Epstein. Chris Christie is the one that picked Donald Trump's cabinet for 1.0, Trump 1.0, guys. Okay? You see where this is? It's that bad.
It's that bad, dude.
Epstein was hanging around us, Shady.
He was literally puppeting all types of people around Donald Trump. And the reason for the Scaramucci model was because the Trump administration was realizing one by one which one of these people were puppets of Steve Bannon.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
It's not a mole.
Yeah. He picked Flynn for Trump's cabinet as well. That's right. And they even talked about Flynn.
In the bottom of his shoe. Gum.
Well, that was Chris Christie.
Yep.
I'm talking about Bannon and Epstein. Yep, they talked about Flynn as well. It's crazy, guys.
And there's other stuff in there about Patrick Byrne as well. And Patrick Byrne is like out there trying to run cover for his stuff yesterday.
Saying that Epstein didn't like him. You guys are like of the same ilk.
He's like, Patrick Byrne was like quoting Lincoln Logger yesterday. Congratulations, Lincoln.
Yeah, Link. Oh, wow, dude. And then, everybody was quoting Spilty Tees. It was a great thread, but it was, it wasn't the damning stuff.
Yeah, well, like I said, the other threads that she did would have been a lot more interesting if they had quoted that one, but they didn't mess with those. They picked this kind of like, it's interesting, but it's giving people this plausible deniability layer effectively.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up by saying MAGA trusted Bannon to fight the deep state. Instead, he was Epstein's buddy, mocking Trump and scheming against him, guys, okay? The files are public. Read them and decide if this rat belongs anywhere near Trump version 2.0. If you don't think after you read for yourself, just type in Bannon, okay? Do it yourself. Don't listen to these asshats trying to sway your feelings, because your feelings also have no IQ. That's what we've got to separate. Facts from feelings, and that's what we've done, Shady.
This is amazing, because look at it's not just the social media people, it's the regular media people too. Because you understand that now what you're getting ready to see is that the Democrats, Steve Bannon was the Democrats' guy.
Yeah.
The Democrats aren't going to go after Steve Bannon. And Steve Bannon has got, John Solomon and all these other people that he brings on his shows all the time. Well, what's getting ready to happen with all of these networks? Is the funding going to dry up now that, because we know that that none of these companies really make money.
So Case Mike says, who's in control of Epstein? The military industrial complex and the military industrial intelligence committees, guys. They were all these people have their own networks that they were trying to protect, and that one of the things of these networks obviously are drugs and children and people. Okay, they're protecting. They're guardians of the pedophiles, literally, guys.
My view of it is a hierarchy, like you would view a pyramid, a structure. And as you go up the pyramid in the structure, there's different levels. So at one point, there's a level that is general. Okay, the point that's level of a general would include people like Soleimani, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, General Flynn, and Steve Bannon. These people are generals in the army of the, quote unquote, Jesuit elite, if you will.
Thank you. Janelle Clark over there on YouTube says, you two are doing amazing, legendary work. Thank you so much.
That's nice.
Guys, appreciate it. We're attacked by these same damn people. They've befriended us and attacked us. By the way, can I just tell my little Gene Ho story real quick?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, God bless you, Gene. Thank you so much for acknowledging that. I'll say right away.
Gene Ho and Dave Blades, thank you so much. I was on TikTok over there, and I saw Gene Ho go live. I'm like, oh, wow, let me follow him. Hey, Gene, how you doing? It's Jeff. And he's like, no, this isn't Matrix. This isn't Jeff, is it? And I said, yes, we were, at the Jacksonville thing, and your son played guitar, remember? So I gave him some things that only somebody that was there would know, and we sold some cool merch together. and you met Shady and all that other stuff. And he has a podcast with Dave Blades, who is the owner of George Magazine. Now, Scott Zimmerman wanted to let me know that Dave Blades was bad, so maybe Dave Blades is good. What do you think, Shady? One of the Flynn networks say he's bad. So let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going real quick. And so Gene was like, wow, Matrix, it's an honor to have you here. And he told Dave that I was here. Dave said hello to Shady Groove, loves us. Guys, thank you. They watch our show all the time, so I appreciate that as well. You guys are doing a great job on your podcast. And also that they were told to hate us. They were told to hate us, Shady. So Gene Ho also was on the Reawaken tour, okay? We traveled around. We met Gene Ho quite a bit. I'd go, ho, every time I saw him. And, you know, we liked I liked Gene Ho, but I'm like, I distanced myself because I thought he was part of the Flynn network because Scott Zimmerman was there to infiltrate George Magazine, okay? So I didn't realize that the Flynn network told Gene Ho to hate us, Shady Groove.
But I think that that's a really good thing. I think that's a really good thing that he said that, sir. Yeah. Because what we came, the two of us, when we started doing this, our mission doing this was to heal this country. My mission, whenever I started to use a microphone, was to heal the country, to speak some common sense to people so that they could understand the environment that they were in and would make better decisions and they wouldn't fall for things that harm you, which are psychological operations, guys. And this moment right there that you're talking about is a moment of truth where healing happens.
Yeah.
Then I realized, okay, then Gene is not being adversarial to me. And George Magazine has been very kind to me within the last year or so and amplifying the stuff and the stuff that you're posting as well. And so God bless them. And this is exactly where we go one, we go all is. Us all working together and realizing we each have nuances, but whenever we see things that are clearly, obviously true, we don't ignore them to continue asking questions like we don't know.
And I want to address Miss Seabear. Good question. Good statement. She says, I thought at one point that you didn't like Gene Ho. Well, when you get new information and you talk to somebody, things change. Just like at one point, we liked General Flynn. So this is the kind of people that you're dealing with here on the MG show. People that don't just go with our feelings, don't just go with any agenda. When we get information, we talk about it, and that information can change the way we think. Guys, this is the Great Awakening, guys. Okay, you don't just stand firm on, disliking somebody after you talk to somebody and they apologize and say they love you, and they were told to hate you by the people that we have been outing. Pretty interesting, isn't it, Shady?
I think that is interesting. I think that you make a good point because part of the way way society is engineered in a way to make you think that like once you've learned something, you've learned it for good and you don't have to think about it anymore. That is not the reality of the human experience here. If you can live in that reality, but a much more fruitful and flourishing and abundant and opportunistic reality is to live in the reality where we can use our intelligence to garner new information and therefore update things that we currently know. I didn't have anything at all against Gene Ho. They came after us. Like he was making comments towards us and saying things that were derogatory about things that we said at one point. So then we distance ourselves from them. And then he says nice things about us, and so we're like, okay.
And now, he says we were told to hate you.
That's pretty rude for somebody to go tell people to hate. Remember, we were talking about showing people and telling them. So that means that nobody came to him and said, "Here, look, here's the evidence against Matrix and Shady. They're bad because of this." They came in and they told them. You see, that's the difference. We don't tell you. We don't tell you.
The truth is told, according to the Shields.
we don't tell you to not follow Patel Patriot and Devolution. We show you how he's wrong, and you're allowed to follow him if you'd like.
That's right. That's right. Pretty crazy. This is
an amazing show, dude. Good job.
I mean, and it's about healing as well, because
that's exactly what it is.
I always liked Gene Ho. I never had anything bad to say about him, except for when he was told, here, Shade, let's check.
I hate you a long time ago.
Here, wait. Listen to this.
All right. I'm supposed to hate you a long time ago. All right. Who knows? I'm just joking. All right. Maybe not, but Jeff knows what I'm talking about. He's a great guy.
What happened to the sound? I'm sorry.
You're typing?
Jeff, right? Right? Who knew? All right. let's do this. While we're doing the show, don't forget, sometimes at night I come back on at around 7 o'clock because I got a lot of work to do. This is not my real job. This is TikTok. Ow, TikTok's going to be my real job. TikTok, but I do the show coming up at 5 o'clock, and it's very good. You can see it at YouTube, Facebook, and everything. Our main page is Facebook, but it's hard for me to.
So go follow him if you want, guys.
All right, Mighty Quinn, just because of you. All right, making sure Dave Blaze is not.
I didn't have anything against anybody.
Do song for my friend.
He was a good guy.
Lemonade.
That's
all right, that's
a
enough.
refreshing drink.
That's it. You.
All right, so and so you heard the first part. He said, "No, we weren't." They were told. He said it again that they were told to hate us, Shady.
He did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whew, wow. So that is healing. So here we go. Let's just, I'm making amends with my family that think differently than I, and they thought I was a bad person making amends. We have Donald Trump helping Savannah Guthrie and her family find Nancy Guthrie, even though they don't like Donald Trump, and he's an amazing man for supporting all that. That's amazing. You see what's happening here? This is a correction in the timeline, guys, okay? Yes. Then we've got, what else? We got another one, Shady. We got people coming back to this show saying, wow, guys, and thank you for doing that as well. We've got, people realizing that, geez, a lot of this crap is crap, and, we've been fooled. So all I'm trying to say is the way we are is we always give people grace. We may not agree with them, but we don't attack them and harm them and want to hurt them. We want to be there for them when they're ready, Shady.
I think that's a good point to make, that whenever I'll say us, I'll speak for us, we didn't draw first blood. I just want to say that, but ever, like not a single time. The only people that we drew first blood on were people like Hillary or Bill. Like Jeff draws first blood on Bill.
Don't be giving me any shite.
Stick him back in the closet. He gets all upset, like a crazy man over there. We went after the perpetrators, and one by one, these different people became perpetrators. The Flynn group became perpetrators whenever we realized what they were actually doing. And then we were like, no, man, really? And then we're like, oh, wow, really? And then they brought us into this thing and tried to get us to help them raise $100 million. And I'm like my eyes are rolling in the back of my head. Like, you got to be kidding me. This guy's not using this money for anything to do with anything other than making us look foolish. We all look foolish after the Arizona audit. We all look foolish after the Insurrection Act rhetoric coming out of these people. We all looked foolish after trying to say that Donald Trump was really the president. We all looked foolish about trying to say PCAPs, right? It continued. They kept the Dennis Montgomery guy was there before the Trump administration trying to get people to pay attention to PCAPs, you see? So these items that were proposed to you, General Flynn came out and he said, there's going to be a black swan event. You want me to tell you what the black swan event is? It's their black pill.
Yeah.
Okay. The black swan event is the whole group. Ivan told us, if we don't see movement by the middle of June, we're going to start coming at them. And that's exactly what they did. Their black swan event wasn't Jade Helm. It was the black pilling network attacking Donald Trump, just like TDS suffering Democrats.
Here for Vid says, we've all gone through it. I would not be here if I didn't listen to Bannon and then Doobie Dave, Cocaine Dave. You were on his show and I've been here ever since. Thank you, Here for Vids. Appreciate you. And it's crazy. Like all these people were decoding Q. There's Q and there are anons. Okay. And the anons were misrepresenting what Q said to fool all of us. We were fooled until we weren't fooled. And again, you have to, when you receive new information, just like my president, your president, Donald J. Trump, when you receive new information, you make different decisions. Okay, you're not just hell bent on one thing because it's your agenda, because you're making you're grifting off people. You know what I'm saying, Shay? You got to give people grace.
No, I think you're perfectly hitting right into the kind of the theme that we're here. Like for instance, someone mentioned Dave X22. Like I didn't have anything at all against Dave. We were trying to share with him about, hey man, this devolution stuff. really weird. It doesn't make any sense. It's not congruent with Q. Like, so Dave was doing the Q drops and talking about all this different stuff that happened during Q. And then after he started talking about the devolution stuff, and we were listening to it, we were like, okay, we're listening to you talk about these things. We hear the plausibility. We see that it's a theory. We look, okay, it's possible. It is possible. So we're, entertaining it. But at some point, you have to stop entertaining nonsense. And whenever we tried to get him to stop entertaining it a little bit and say, hey, look, maybe this is not exactly real, he cut off communications. And we didn't get contentious with him. We just kind of stopped working with him.
That's right. We got but you guys, D-Groove66 says, but you guys figured out quicker than anyone else and released the truth. Yeah. And we weren't happy about it. I mean, do you think about it, man? I mean, we were simping for Flynn, bro.
But we were already suffering whenever we had to come out with this. We were already in a position where we were behind the 8 ball. So we knew that whenever we said this, it was going to, cut off a huge part of the audience to this show. And it did. Yeah. Yeah. And, I didn't care. I couldn't. I was either going to quit or I wasn't going to continue and not tell the truth. So we had 2 choices. We either start telling exactly how it went down or we packed it up.
Florida Dex on YouTube says it was very hard not to be fooled. I was, but the Lord Jesus opened my eyes and declared no fool. Amen.
Wow.
Beautiful.
What a statement.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
That was powerful. Oh my God.
Wow. Effectual. Hey, Bill, I saw Ghislaine say you were innocent.
She did do that, by the way. Ghislaine did say that Bill Clinton was innocent. I was like, wow, that's a stretch.
Hey, thank you, Ghislaine.
Wow. What a nice lady.
Yeah. So that's, I guess, what I'm saying is that there are going to be new eyes coming back to us, and we're going to welcome them with open arms. They're going to ask us questions that might piss us off, but we're going to still talk to them like real big boy people, okay? A lot of the crap that was released about me is exactly that crap. Paula Seablades had the wrong Peterson Family Foundation when she did a decode on how bad Jeff Red Shoes Peterson was, okay? And that was a Flynn Network op. So we were being attacked by the Flynn Network while we're supporting Flynn. Do you realize how bad that hurts knowing what we know now, guys?
And then the whole thing pivoted, and then they all we beat them all, and then they all couldn't hold it against us anymore. So they all apologized to us. They got on our team and were all on our side going into 2020, only to do the exact same thing as soon as we started talking about Roger Stone and General Flynn and the nonsense that went on J6. They all turned backwards. This is the reason that we can see this so clearly, and we have a vantage point no one else has. These people have turned on us 3 different times over the epoch of our broadcasting career here.
Mary Cuffield says, opinion on Emerald's show.
I'm blocked by her.
Yeah, me too.
And she's bringing Patrick Byrne on there, and they spout all this nonsense about election integrity, and there's not been an ounce of real information come out from any of that stuff.
But Mary, you make your decision.
You are more than welcome to listen to whoever you'd like.
Absolutely. And I don't care for her.
She blocked me.
Yeah. Well, because we called her PSYOP out.
Well, I just simply went underneath a post that she made and dropped a post that proved what she was saying was inaccurate.
That's right.
I wasn't mean. I was just saying that you're wrong, and people don't like being called wrong.
Stone is also CIA. That's right. Q told us that in Q Post 1366.
Roger Stone has been Alex Jones's handler the entire time.
Yeah.
And still is.
Yeah. Wow.
They're trying to separate themselves. Loomer and Dilly and Stone are trying to separate themselves from Flynn, Bannon, and Jones. Like, it's not gonna, you're not going to separate Candace Owens from Alex Jones. You're not going to separate
Stone. You're not going to separate Stone from Flynn.
You're not going to separate Stone from Flynn. You're not going to separate Owen Schroyer from Alex Jones. Look at what they're all doing. They're trying to spread out the map.
That's right. Oh, Wolfie, thank you so much. 5 subscriptions to the MG show. I want to read good vibrations 253. He says, it's been really foggy for a while. Seems like things are clearing up and the truth is coming to light. God bless you. Great comment over there on YouTube. Guys, if you're here on Rumble, go over to youtube.com/inthematrix with 3X's. Go like the video. And do the same at rumble.com/MG show. Look, we don't want to vet people per se, J-Bo. We want to give people enough rope to hang themselves, and that seems like what happens a lot. You know, we've had every clown on our show. They used my show, Shady Show, the MG show, as an on-ramp to the Q movement. You realize that? We were used and abused.
It's crazy. It's like we're standing here on the side of the cliff, and then they're hanging out with us, and we're talking to them, and we're like, "What are you doing?" And they've got this rope. We're like, "What are you doing?" And they're tying this rope to the rock. We're like, "Whoa, why are you tying that rope to the rock?" You're like, no, man. We're telling you, you could just don't tie the rope to the rock. And the next thing you know, they're putting the rope around themselves. Like, wait, bro, what are you doing? We're trying to show you. No, don't put the rope. And then the next thing you know, it's right over the edge. Like, what the?
There it goes.
We'll see.
And the biggest thing that they don't like about us is the pay-sewer decode, because that goes into the Vatican being bought by the Rothschilds via the pay-sewers, guys. French bankers, the pay-sewers. That goes into Stephen Jesuit. That goes into Flynn and Catholic. They don't like what we found, period.
Because what it really is, they're claiming rulership due to a bloodline ancestral connection to Jesus. Their bloodline ancestral connection is not to Jesus. It's just something that predates Jesus by a long time.
Yeah. It's interesting, guys. It's interesting. Very interesting, isn't it? And they must have known early on that we would figure this out.
They had to have known. They knew that we weren't part of the people that were looking at it wrong, right? So they had all their people that were reading the Q drops, and they were all reading them the same way, but there was something that we were doing. We were reading them in a way that was very neutral. They were reading them in a way which was spinning them towards their ends. Like they had an agenda. We didn't have an agenda. We just wanted to, we thought the damn Q posts were crazily interesting and unbelievably accurate.
And I came at it saying, oh my God, I need to, is this fake? I was skeptical.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
And then I'm like, holy moly.
They're actually target
Shady and I had a foundation of, Bill Cooper and even Alex Jones, okay, back in the day. I didn't like him 100%, but I liked some of his stuff, right? And then I read and Googled myself and, Googled it for myself and learned it myself and realized that was BS, this was good, that was bad, this was good, whatever. But I thought that I was going to be a good, when on the Chan boards, they were asking for Anons to make the Q posts on the, on the X, Twitter at that time. I thought I was a good one to do it because I could say this is a brilliant Anon decode, but it's a theory. And I always marked a theory with a question mark and a fact with a period. And, there's facts and there's theories. Theories are good. Theories are okay, but we need the facts. That's how I've always worked, Shady.
Theories lead to facts. Yeah. People take a theory and they think they've arrived at the fact. The theory is like something that you put in your backpack as you're walking down the road or you're on your hike. You see the theory, you put it in your backpack, you're carrying the theory with you. These people see the theory and they stop and build a house.
Yep, and they make it fact. They try to
make it fact, and and they never move another inch, and that's where they live.
Yep. In fact, this is today, Shady Girl. Let me just show you this. We're talking about pay sewer unless and until Q confirms you solved nothing. Oh, really? This is not a confirmation?
Yeah. The post he's responding to is where I made him mad about saying that this is the reason that they came after us.
Yep. And here it is. The reason the network attacked in the Matrix and Shady Groove is because we solved the puzzle. Who is P? Why is Epstein spending $29 million to bury tunnels underneath his temple on Epstein Island? Problem? Phones were allowed in. These people are stupid.
That was the second time. That post right there was the second time Epstein was mentioned.
Yep.
In the whole drops, that was the second time. And the very first time he was mentioned was post 133, which explains the whole network, the whole Soros network, the funding network, who they worship, what they are. It explains to you in post 133 that it's not the Jews, it's the Satanists. And the Satanists have a religion. Their religion is communism. And they mask their religion by calling it different things like anti-fascism and socialism. So they say anti-fascism and socialism. This is what we're standing for. They really mean communism. They really mean globalism. They really mean Satanism.
And C4FM 58 says Pandora's Box is in 2 Q drops. Yes, and then they released Mike Gill to take over the Pandora's political elite box. But the Pandora's Box is what we read last season that includes the Pacers.
Which is literally the foundational research that Fritz Springmeier relied on to write his book that we're reading now on our Friday premium content, Bloodlines of the Illuminati.
Yep, and now we're reading Bloodlines of the Illuminati now, yes, and Pandora's Box last season. So get premium, go watch last season's. We read almost the entire book, and we're reading the Bloodlines of the Illuminati Friday. And Shady Groove, what a great hour. I'm glad you guys sat here to listen to us. Please please support this show any way you can. We've got mg.show/donate. We've got PayPal, Cash App, Real MG Show on both. We've got any way you can do it right here on Rumble Wallet. Thank you so much. We'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages.
For the first time ever, we're bringing you My Pillow mattresses and mattress toppers for as low as $99.98. Remember, sleep's all about temperature and pressure points. Whatever sleep needs you have, we have the right technology for you. Like our My Pillow mattress topper, our queen size has over 10,000 individual comfort supports to help relieve your pressure points. And how about our 3-inch Hybrid Plus mattress topper? It's infused with copper and silver to help your body get the restorative sleep it needs. And our My Pillow and Case Coil mattresses, I personally helped develop these mattresses to make sure they have everything needed to give us great sleep. Plus, they're made right here in the USA, and they ship right to your front door absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to get MyPillow mattresses and toppers for as low as $99.98 and free shipping.
Use promo code MGSHOW or call 1-800-873-0478. That's 1-800-873-0478.
Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's at 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
The MG Show. Not funded by dark money, but funded by listeners like you.
It's always been yours, a voice they can't silence, breaking through the noise. They pull the strings, they set the stage, divide us with wars, lock us in a cage. Race and class, faith and fear, they scream so loud, but we're still here. Through MG show, the truth breaks free. MG music lifts us, a rallying plea. Power to the people, hear the call ignite. Dark to light, we're stepping out tonight. They're losing grip, their shadows fade. Together we stand unafraid. Oh, power to the people. Oh, we'll never let it go. They shame the brave, they chain the free. Group think marching, but not for me. Hollywood glitters, leaders deceive, but MG show shines, makes us believe. Defend the chaos, push the dread. Nuclear whispers, words they bled. MG music plays a rebel sound. The truth is clear, it's all around. Power to the people, hear the call ignite. Dark to light, we're stepping out tonight. They're losing grip, their shadows fade. Together we stand unafraid. Oh, power to the people. Oh, we'll never let it go. We planned, we fought, we took the reins. Through the storm, through the chains. Antifa rises, fears their game. But MG show calls out their shame. Sheep may follow, blind and weak. MG music wakes us, truth we seek. God bless the brave, the heart sincere. From every shore, the call is clear. Power to the people, hear the call ignite. Dark to light, we're stepping out tonight. They're losing grip, their shadows fade. Together we stand unafraid. Oh, power to the people. Oh, we'll never let it go. Stand firm, be strong, the words resound. All men are equal on sacred ground. MG show leads, MG music sings. The people's power spreads its wings.
Power to you.
Power to the
All of you.
people. Oh, power to the
Yeah,
people. We rise.
We rise. Not power to the black pill networks. Power to the people. Power to you. Power for your own mind to make your own mind up. But when you do have a theory or a thought or a feeling, back it up, guys. Truth is learned. It's never told. Shady, welcome back, because the Constitution is your weapon.
Absolutely, the Constitution is your weapon, and right now we are seeing that Constitution that Donald Trump has wielded against this network to put ourselves in the position that we are in, currently working very well. We have a statement, Jeff. I'd like for you to go to my Twitter page, and we have a statement from Carly on Bannon, and I think that our audience needs to see it. And so I have a post. It's at the very top of my Twitter, and I'd like for you to show the people that Carly used to be on this show and shared some laughs with us, and we thought that she was a really cool human being. But boy, oh boy, do things change over a period of time. You want to talk about like learning new things, and you want to talk about seeing who people really are? Well, let's see.
All right, so here it is. So Cynthia Holt says, I love you, girl, but I have to ask, what are your thoughts on the files coming out about Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein's close relationship? Honestly, a lot of this is new news to me right now. I would rather get clicks for a guy playing Bohemian Rhapsody with rubber chickens than to join a firing squad. I'm in the let's see what happens column. Well, how about let's go to the DOJ files and type in Bannon's name column? How about learn for yourself? Wait and see for what? You need somebody to tell you? You need Guitar Anon or the Flynn Network to come to your aid to make you think a certain way? Maybe a little bit of payday?
Little story time, Jeff. You know, you need a story time. You need somebody to come into your house and sit by your bed and like type in Bannon. You're too retarded to be able to type in Bannon to the files and read the stuff that we're all reading. Oh, no, you can't read that. You can't wait and see. Wait and see what? I'll tell you what I'm waiting and seeing. I'm waiting and seeing a guy that was out there intentionally trying to undermine my president. You think, is that a small thing? I thought, did we not come to this movement talking about treason?
Yeah.
Well, is what Steve Bannon doing with Jeffrey Epstein? If Jeffrey Epstein is the Foreign Intelligence Influence Network and Steve Bannon is working with him against Donald Trump, you think that's good for our side? You don't think that that's working for the cult? You don't think that that's being an asset to Satan?
Yeah, it's odd.
Deceiver.
I'm actually blocked by Karluska.
So am I. Satan was the deceiver, guys.
Yeah.
There's two different types of people. There's people that'll tell you the truth, and there's people that are occupied by an entity that will lie its ass off right to you and not bat an eyelash or have a second's worth of empathy for doing it.
So again, it's another thing, that Carly used us to grow her several Twitter accounts, including this one. Okay. And then, she kept posting about Bannon. I'm like, why are you posting about Bannon and all that? And, I said, this is it right here. Karluska P has blocked you. I helped her. Shady and I, and this show helped her build this account.
We helped her build a number of accounts, and then neither of us get any help back.
Yeah.
Neither. And then she would go on there and she would repost Praying Medic and she would repost all these other people, but she wouldn't give us the time of day after we really started, after the whole thing happened at the 2020 election, after she ended up there at J6. By the way, she was in DC for J6 and she was laser focused on whatever it was that they were all up to. And let me tell you also that Roger Stone, Steve Bannon, General Flynn, and Alex Jones are all working together on J6 and Patrick Byrne. I don't care what type of mosh grouping that these people make, including Nick Fuentes, Laura Loomer, and all Milo, and all these other people. We're encouraging everybody to go to the Capitol and to do something you shouldn't do at the Capitol building, not go to DC and protest, go to the Capitol and storm it. Those are two completely different things.
17 pages for truth. Casting a birthday wish early for Jeff. Thank you for being you. God bless you in the Matrix. Thank you so much. I'm not having a birthday.
Oh, yeah. It's the big one, too.
$100 Rumble rant. Anita McGroin is in the chat. Just want to welcome you, Anita. Thank you so much. And we were talking back and forth, and it would be an honor to meet Mr. Bongino. I know where the studio is, too. Shh, I won't tell anybody, though. And when you get up here, I'd love to just, at any event, no matter what happens, I'd love to meet you and give you a big hug because you've been very supportive of this show.
I'm a long way away.
And Shady can just hop on a plane and it'll take him 5 days to get here.
It's like I got to recover my RV in Mississippi.
Yeah. So. And Anita too. We are a friend of Kash Patel. We actually helped Alexa as well. Alexis, we helped her. We're friends with Nance as well. Nance was on Jesse last night, which is pretty
cool.
Good,
didn't he?
Yeah. And Cash has been on our show 4 times, and we actually, just so you know, that we actually supplied Cash debriefing of what we know about January 6th and Flynn and Charles Flynn and the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, and I think we are going to see something come out about that eventually when the time is right, when it's ready. So, yeah, pretty amazing stuff, Shady Groove.
I apologize to Red Hair Sensimelia, Jeff. This person has said, look, you guys have ruined it for me. I can't watch anybody else. I think that's the greatest compliment you can give us. Thank you. Thank you, Red Hair.
You've been smoking too much Red Hair Sensimelia.
No, Jeff, no. Now you're trying to say that.
Not you, whoever.
No, I know, but you're trying
Who
to
would name themselves that?
You just now you insult a person. Golly, you couldn't get it more backwards.
Wait,
here.
They said that they don't like us, right?
No, they said that
Then I got it wrong. Say it again. Please help me.
I need some counseling today.
Help me.
They said that we ruined it for you because they can't watch anybody else because you're so great.
Oh,
dear God.
I've been smoking too much red
This
hair
is
since
like kind of, I am on the struggle bus.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So sometimes when Shady's talking, I'm out there trying to find the next topic to jump to. I don't fully listen to all the time. That's my fault, Red Hill or Cincinnati. I love you. And thank you for that great compliment.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I blew that one, didn't I?
Oh, you blew that right out of the water. It's almost like you were doing that for shtick or something.
I mean, it might have been. All right, so just in, guys, great job numbers, far greater than expected. The United States of America should be paying much less on its borrowings, bonds. We are, again, the strongest country in the world and should therefore be paying the lowest interest rate by far. This would be an interest cost savings of at least $1 trillion per year. Balanced budget plus. Wow. The golden age of America is upon us. President DJT.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Wow.
Man, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff, this is so much different than any other administration that we've ever seen in our life. And I know we've got a lot of stuff going on, but I get giddy whenever I start to see these things happening for you. 130,000 jobs already this year, guys. That's literally with a little over a month.
And those ain't government jobs.
Those ain't government jobs, dude. This was the game that these politicians
took our jobs.
Yeah, this is the game that they would play with you. They would come into office and they would make ridiculous policy that would ixnay a bunch of your jobs, and then they would create a bunch of government positions and hire people and tell you that was somehow the economy being okay. So the stock market was stable. They've been doing this to us, guys, for like 30 or 40 years. There's been no real economic change until right now. And you're talking about bedrock foundational amazing changes. And this right here is the cornerstone. Think about the movie It's a Wonderful Life. I say it all the time. These people are Mr. Potter and we're Jimmy Stewart. We're trying to give a man a leg up. They're trying to beat a man down. And so if you can't get on board with what Donald Trump is doing and you think that he's like, working with Epstein for the globalists, you are a globalist.
That's right. That's right, guys. Real quick, Shady Groove, I want to just remind everybody, why is the President of the United States focused on, bringing back manufacturing? Jobs. Wow. Security.
Yep.
Control.
Yep.
True control.
Mm-hmm. Stability.
Who can you trust? The world is not how you view it. I am trusting Donald Trump's plan because we are winning. And by the way, arrests will come. Logic should answer why it must follow other unfolding events. You've got to get rid of the government jobs and replace them with jobs that people are doing fine, and then you got more deep state cleaning. This is what's happening, guys. And let me just read this one right here, Shady Group. This is amazing.
Pretty interesting what you're reading there.
So what's happening now? Patriots, rest assured, we, the Trump administration, is in control. Watch, confirm, and disseminate. The country is not divided. This is fake news. Antifa was organized purely for optics, division. It's fake. Estimated 4 to 6% we consider hopeless and forever brainwashed. Reread the crumbs about the slave grip the D's have on the black population. Why is this relevant? Why are jobs, economy, and growth relevant? This requires deep cleaning. These people are stupid. You are safe. Have faith. This is an amazing post. You are seeing it all unfold in front of your eyes. This is post 337 on 12/13/2017, Shady.
Think about that, guys. That was like one of the first ones. And this whole thing in these first few hundred drops were giving us an architecture of what it is Donald Trump was going to do and the agenda that we could all get on board with and support. And he's following through with it literally 100% on point. I mean, I just posted in the chat, we can't love him enough. We can't love this guy enough. We can't support him enough. And it makes it, and effectively look at the psychological operations and what they're doing to us. Instead of us being able to come on here and talk for 2 hours about the amazing winning that Donald Trump is doing, we just spend an hour talking about the reality that, oh my God, one of these people that have been trying to tell you different things are true. I mean, like I said, look at all the narratives Bannon brought into everybody that were degradational to our mission here, which is to wake people up and to show people that, hey, you can have common sense in economics. And if a populist, nationalist person who thinks for we the people gets in charge, he could actually change the playing board with a single stroke of a pen.
Shady got a text saying, good comeback and recovery for the red hair since Amelia. Thank you. Oops. It happens, man. I'm sorry. I actually
did think that you were screwing with me there.
I was.
Then, no, so are you screwing with me now or then? Like, I got my messages.
Now and then. Future proves past.
I'm going to start participating in this in a different way.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
we're having fun.
Yeah, it's time for some sabotage.
Whew, we're having too much fun over here on the MG show.
Get involved in some sabotage.
Apologize
for that.
Oh, boy.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
All right. Exactly.
We are having fun.
Let me do this real quick, Shady Groove. Let me see if it works. Let me see if it works. Nope.
I mean, you guys imagine having to deal with this guy every single day of your life? I mean, how
it doesn't work. Cancel. Why doesn't that work?
I don't know, but the audience doesn't care.
Yeti.
And Yeti can't do anything for you.
Yeti. Yeah, their ad is screwed up. All right. So we're just going to move on. And we do need your support. If you can, please chat. We love you. Thank you. I just hate begging. It sucks. But, let's get into a little bit of Pam Bondi on the Hill, Shady Groove.
Oh, you mean the person that we got to get rid of, the person that we got to all attack, the person that we got to say is like doing nothing. She's done absolutely. Can I hear it at a fever pitch?
Scam Blondie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Boy, that really hits like a ton of lead. I thought you were going to actually put some effort into that.
Well, it's all a Look, you attack Pam Bondi. You attack President Trump. You attack Kash Patel. You attack President Trump. You attack even Kash Patel's girlfriend, the beautiful Alexis Wilkins. You attack President Trump. You attack Dan Bongino. You're attacking President Trump at this point, guys.
What about Susie
Wiles? You're attacking President Trump.
What about Tulsi Gabbard?
You're attacking President Trump.
That's exactly the way I feel.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, just let these armchair, butt hurt, because I'm not in Trump's administration, influencers, stop listening to them if you want.
I dare Dilly Meme Team to make a meme about Roger Stone.
Yeah, I dare you. Because you're going to find out, too, that Roger Stone sat in Rothstein's office, had the same office as Rothstein, who is considered the mini Madoff, guys. All right. You guys have no idea how dirty, rotten, crooked Roger Stone is, and Dilly is protecting Roger Stone. Watch out, Dilly. I'm always wrong until I'm right.
We've never been right. We've never been wrong yet.
Yep. Just go to butthurtreportform.com and fill it out.
It's a very quick form.
I don't know. Yeti posted it's probably some about Joe Rambo. All right. This is so you guys are screaming for arrests, correct?
That's what I keep hearing.
So let's let Pam Bondi show you how they are disseminating the pedophile network, human trafficking network, the drug network right here. This is what you've been waiting for, Anons, and you don't even have the balls to see it, Shady.
Anita makes a good comment. Look how many moves ahead Trump is. He got them to release the files. Exactly. What happens whenever your mom tells you not to do something?
That's right.
And then they all
don't press that button.
Yeah, you don't push that button. No. We got Ro Khanna. We got Ro Khanna and Thomas Massey coming out there and undermining literally their mouthpieces in the media. This is amazing.
Be careful what you wish for, right?
Life comes at you fast. I think
that's right. Oh, Scottish Anon. What's up, brother? Classic What Yeti. All right, so here we go. This is your attorney general, the one you voted for, the one that Donald Trump says she's doing a great job. Listen,
Linda.
Has been through, especially as a result of that monster. If you have any information to share with law enforcement about anyone who has hurt you or abused you, the FBI is waiting to hear from you. I want you to know that any accusations of criminal wrongdoing will be taken seriously and investigated.
Whoa, stop. Can you stop
Department of Justice.
I'm so sorry to interrupt within 3 seconds, but my goodness, Jeff, it really does seem like I'm having a
28
flashback
seconds,
here.
but go ahead.
I'm having a yeah, that's 3 times a bull ride. Listen, guys, Law and Order, by the book. What have we been saying? Investigations work from the bottom up. These people are saying
this is an MG show proof, Shady.
This we're saying to you guys, listen, we've been saying this to you for months and months. If you have a complaint, if you have evidence, if you have a case, if you've been harmed by any of these people in any political or government position, go to Pam Bondi, go to the Department of Justice. The reason these people are acting like Pam Bondi can't be trusted is because they are afraid that all of the people that they have harmed in the past could now come to Pam Bondi and get her to investigate them. Okay, so that's the reason Flynn Network is worried. That's the reason Alex Jones is worried. That's the reason Patrick Byrne is worried. These people are worried because they know what they have done to human beings in America, and we do too, because a number of them have given us whistleblown their experience with these people to us.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't like Pam Bondi, because of what she just said there. I will investigate it like it's a fresh, brand new case. Thank you, Yeti. I'm glad you got that cleared up.
That was loud in my headphones. Boy, I tell you. Make me have to clear my throat.
Woo.
Thank you. All right, so let's listen to this again. What have we told you guys? You need a victim.
Yes.
You need an investigation. Then you need a grand jury. And if there's enough evidence, you get a subpoena. Then you get an arrest. And then you get a court case. Then you get a conviction.
No, that's exactly what I want.
All right. Let's listen to Scam Blondie again. God, I love her.
I love you, dude. This is awesome.
Victim has been through, especially as a result of that monster. If you have any information to share with law enforcement about anyone who has hurt you or abused you, the FBI is waiting to hear from you. I want you to know that any accusations of criminal wrongdoing will be taken seriously and investigated. The Department of Justice is committed to holding criminals accountable to the fullest extent of the law. In 2025, the FBI arrested over 1,700 child predators, a 10% increase from 2024. We also located 2,700 victims of child exploitation and shut down 3.8 million dark web pedophile accounts. 3.8 million.
Wow.
So please, if you have information to share that needs to be investigated, contact the FBI. Today, I look forward to discussing further our shared obligation to protect the American people, uphold the rule of law, and keep this.
Wow. So you heard all the arrests, and you heard the 3.8 million number of pedophile accounts that they shut down on the dark web. Yeah. I'd just like to say this, and what Shady's referring to is that the McChrystal Flynn network called, what was it? Defeat Disinfo.
Yes, sir.
Had 3.4 million influencers. 3.4 million paid influencers, and there's 3.8 million accounts shut down on the dark web, Shady? Interesting.
Yeah, and the dark web, guys, is not like the
That's
regular,
a theory.
It's a theory, yes. And the dark web is not like what you would think of like a Twitter site. Okay, like where you have your Twitter handle, and this is an account on a site that gets shut down. These are accounts that are operating on the dark web with web addresses. So each account that she's talking about isn't necessarily a person. It's a web address being held to distribute, contain, maneuver, or communicate CSAM, right? CSAM is the word.
Hashtag Epstein Army.
Hashtag Epstein Army.
Or the digital Epstein soldiers. I love it. Wow. All right, so here we go. This is Bondi. She's not going to get into the gutter for your theatrics. Check this out, Shady. I mean, these Dems are melting down, folks.
And it's so good.
Get your popcorn.
I gotta get more. Hate it all.
You apologize to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein? Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
What? I don't understand your question.
Congresswoman,
Listen.
you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General
Twice.
Bondi,
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a
General,
specific question
Attorney General
that I
can
would
respond to your
like
question.
you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney
Reclaim my time.
I'm sorry. Who's sick of that?
It's going to happen a lot more.
That's not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't
It is
like the
my
answer.
time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't she ask Merrick Garland this?
I am
Twice,
reclaiming
when
my
he sat in my
time, and when
chair.
I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady's reclaimed her
I'm not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say
I'll
this.
direct it to
What a
you.
massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a
Mr.
question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness is
I'm not going to get in
interrupting.
the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time
doing theatrics.
and let me have my time.
The gentlelady from Washington controls the time. The gentlelady has 17 seconds. You can proceed with your final
Thank you.
17 seconds.
What a massive cover-up this has been and continues to be. Donald Trump made the release of the Epstein files the center of his political campaign because he thought it would benefit him. Then you got into office, Attorney General, claimed to have a client list, only
Regular
to
order.
then say that there was no list. Your deputy, Todd Blanche, met alone with Elaine Maxwell
The time of the gentlelady has expired.
Reclaim my time.
Reclaim my time.
And now you continue the
time of the
cover-up. And
gentlelady
I
has
wish
expired.
you would turn around to the survivors who are standing right behind you and on a human level,
Chairman,
apologize
Chair now
to
recognizes the chair.
them on what you have done.
Time of the
I
gentlelady
yield
expired.
back.
The gentlelady, you have no time.
All right. Now, what people are going to realize coming up that these women had NDAs, and not only did they have NDAs, some of these victims actually helped Epstein traffic.
Recruited.
I don't think you guys realize what the Dems are digging themselves into yet, and it will be revealed, Shady.
Literally, some of the women that are sitting there that lady is talking about, Jayapal that's talking about, that are sitting there are in the emails as procuring other girls and bringing them to Jeffrey Epstein's property or Ghislaine Maxwell's property for money, everyone. Yeah. They're paying them money to bring in a victim, and now they're going to sit there and act like that, this lady's going to act like Pam Bondi owes them. What Pam Bondi owes them is the opportunity to come into her office and to talk about the criminal activity that was committed against them and to listen to them and to investigate if there is any criminal activity that doesn't connect to their NDA that they've already signed. An NDA doesn't go away just because someone's talking about things.
They settled a lawsuit with payment.
Yes,
okay,
that's right.
That's along with the NDA. So they got paid big money. In fact, the way the scam works, and people will find this out, I guarantee, Shady. In my very being, this is a theory, but it's also a theory based on some other research that we've done with another lawyer confirming this that went against Epstein. These women got a payout. Let's say the payout is $20 million. These $20 million payouts were done over time. They then offered the woman a $5 million now. Okay, here, we'll give you $5 million now, and kept the $20 million, and then use that $20 million or 15 to elect people that will continue their grift.
And to buy islands and to share it with Sussmans and spread it around a bunch of the globalist elite and do all different types of stuff in all different types of communities around the country.
Yep. You're going to see this. I really am. I'm putting it out there into the universe, guys. This is why it's a hoax. This is why it's a scam, not only to derail Donald J. Trump, but also to put in the people that they want in office, okay? With these, there could be even fake victims, guys.
And this is a good moment, and I'm going to try to be as gentle as I can with this. But the age limit thing is relevant. 13 years old and above, 13 years old pre, pro, before, after pubescence. That is a difference in classification of quote unquote blankophilia. Okay. Yeah. So this idea is like, you know, of this uber young network going on. There's still no real evidence of that with Jeffrey Epstein specifically. I'm not saying anything with anybody else at all. I'm just saying that there's not evidence of things that aren't, you know, teenager and above. Let's just leave it there. That's the kindest I can be with that.
I mean, you know,
whatever. You can expand on it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's you know, it's attracted to children. Let me just see. I'm just trying to see if it's in the law, because I do believe it's law. What age? Let me just put in what age. What?
There's a difference between people that are ascribed to things like NAMBLA and people like Jeffrey Epstein.
Look, we're not. I mean, I think if you're under 18, you're screwed.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Pedophilia is generally 13 years or younger, guys. Okay, that's in black law. Black law. How do you describe a P3DO? P3DO, Shady Groove, and children before puberty. It's all disgusting. I think if it's 18 or younger, you're disgusting.
Yeah, but
POS. But in reality, we have to understand that it's 13 years or younger.
But you also have to understand that in America, women can get married all the way down. In some states, it's been as low as 12. Okay, and so, you know, most of those states are at 16 now. Some of them it's 18. I think, I'm not exactly sure where it is right now, when you can get married as a young woman. Okay, so there is, you know, this is a fine line that we're walking here. We're trying to be specific, and we're trying not to be sensationalistic. And so I'm hoping that you understand the necessity for the specific here, because one thing is different than the other. Okay.
Yeah.
Just think.
Rev Rob tipped $17 US in Tether Gold. Thank you so much on the Rumble wallet.
Thank you for that, man. This is really great, guys, by the way, of this whole wallet thing with the gold and us being able to kind of have our money there and it move with the market. That's really cool that you're doing that for us, sir. Thank you so much. It's an amazing gift.
I do appreciate that. We do. We need you guys. Thank you.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. Gold is going to skyrocket.
There's other things that is the gift that keeps on giving too.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right, here we go. This is another one here. Let's listen. Oh my God. We're just playing some highlights with my AG Bondi. Press 47 if you support AG Bondi. Let's go. Let's see it.
And then we have a good question by Brownie saying, why can't Bondi say that the women have signed NDAs and took the money? Because that's not necessarily relevant to each person that is sitting there. So she can't talk like across the board. It would be specifics to which ones of them. And between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna, they pulled all these people out of the woodwork. And actually, a few of the people that are there have absolutely no association whatsoever. And are just like saying things. And so it's not like a cookie cutter answer to say, oh, well, they've all taken NDAs, and the media would look like she's dismissing them.
But the real meat of this matter of what she said is, if you've been abused by these sick bastards, contact the FBI and we will look into it and prosecute to the full extent of the law. This is what she's saying, guys.
And that's very crucial, Jeff, because this is the reason that they're trying to tell you can't trust the FBI. They don't want these people that are victims of their criminal activity. The Democrat Flynn network people don't want people that are victims of their network going to Pam Bondi. So they scare them with FUD by telling them that it's scam Blondie. Don't go to her. You can't trust her. She's not really for Donald Trump. When in all reality, that's a complete and utter freaking lie.
You know, remember when we were at the Great Reawakening in Arizona, and that one guy that wanted to sell land in Texas with the cowboy hat? What was that guy's name? Do you remember?
No. Oh, the guy that had the property at the border?
Yeah.
With the cartels coming onto his property? I cannot remember his name, but I do remember who you're talking about.
So he was like out there in the parking lot with some victim trying to save her.
Yeah.
Weird.
It was so weird. I forgot about that.
Remember that?
I do remember.
They were trafficking in front of us, Shady.
I think they were using the Reawaken tour as their meeting place.
I mean,
question mark.
Question mark theory.
Right.
And it really does nothing to bring credit to your department. And Mr. Chairman, I would yield back.
Gentlelady yields back.
May I answer?
Attorney General can respond.
I find it interesting that she keeps going after President Trump, the greatest president in American history. And if they could maintain their composure, this isn't a circus, this is a hearing. I find it interesting she keeps going after Donald Trump. She doesn't say how much money she took from Reid Hoffman, did you?
None.
And nor did
Mr.
she
Chairman,
post
regular
anything.
order, please.
She
Regular
posted
order.
nothing on her X account,
Gentlelady.
on her Twitter account during the Biden year.
Gentlelady.
Yet now,
there
all
was
of
no
a sudden,
question
she's
asked.
going after
Committee will be in
Point of
order.
order. There was no question on the Attorney General. She doesn't just get to
Committee will be in order.
I have a point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Committee will be in order.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Gentlelady can state her point of order.
When a witness attacks,
Not a valid point of order. You got to
She
state.
hasn't completed her point of order yet. Please let her speak, Mr. Chairman. Let's have some regular order
Got it.
here.
Regular order is you got to state.
Wow.
Wow.
I cannot wait to go watch this in full later on.
Oh my God. Is
she going to be in front of the Senate tomorrow? Do you know? I'm curious.
Don't know.
Do you guys, does anybody out there know? By the way, big shout out to Sharky out there. What's up, Sharky? Watches the MG show, but doesn't interact because he's a little bit limited. God bless you, Sharky. Thank you so much for being a fan of the MG show. We love you, and thank you so much for caring about your country and paying attention every day, because the founding fathers said that the reason that we are designing the country for we the people is because we wanted we the people to participate in the conversation about where the country is and where the country's going. So God bless you, sir, for thinking about that and for thinking it's important and being here.
And we couldn't participate because they censored us.
They didn't want us participate, Jeff. They tried to say that we weren't worthy.
You're
We're
not.
like
We were
Wayne's-
told to hate you.
We're Wayne's World. Of course we're worthy.
Wow. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Sharky. Trust 1961 gives one gift subscription to the MG show. Thank you. Let's continue this a little bit. Shady Group. So good, Shady.
It's the best timeline, man. I posted it last night. I just said it's the greatest
together,
timeline.
and nearly 1,000 illegal guns were seized as a
would
result
like to
of us
reclaim my
working
time.
together.
And I don't disagree with some of the things you said, but there are questions about those children, but it's a different thing. The fact is, ICE is running rampant, and you are not investigating them. When they killed Mr. Pretty and Miss Good, that was an execution, and you did not investigate it. And you tried to investigate her, Miss Good's widow, and you tried to investigate Mr. Pretty. They were executed like Kristi Noem executed her dog. And that was wrong. And you should investigate those people, and you should investigate anybody that uses a weapon, in federal official or not, for civil rights violations.
So Mr. Cohen can't even say Pretty. Now, let me just also expand. Okay, Mr. Cohen, these ICE folks are getting rid of child traffickers, terrorists that were let into our network, drug gangs, and people that harm Americans. What is your effing problem? Don't interfere with an investigation, and you will have no problem. And in fact, yesterday, guys, we had Renee Good's father-in-law yesterday. That show is almost at 100,000 views only on Rumble, which makes it really go viral. Thank you, Shady. This guy is an idiot. They are trying. These are the lawmakers that made it possible for these trafficking networks. They created the problem, Shady. If that person wouldn't have been unalived had Biden not let in all these criminals. I mean, don't these people realize that they are you boil it down to what caused all this? The Democrats did with their open border policies, period.
They 100% caused it, and now they're sitting there acting like that someone else is in charge, or that someone that's trying to clean it up is the one that did it. Yeah. They're mad. They're actually upset at Pam Bondi because she's trying to do the right thing. They're actually upset at her because she is investigating their criminal networks, and they're upset with her because they did turn off all their U.S. aid, and they're upset with her because they are looking into the 501c4s and this whole layer of dark money. Effectively, guys, these people on the Hill do not care about any human being other than one, themselves, and everything else they care about is how does it serve themselves. They are so opportunistic and they're so narcissistic. They have not one give a flip about not a single one of you or those victims that are sitting there. All they're doing is they're trying to get Democrats to think that they care about it more than you do. And this is 100% easy to see how this fake outrage by the Democrats. Can someone please prove
that they created, Shady?
Can someone help me explain how the fake outrage that you're seeing right there by Jayapal and that chicken little dude is different than Alex Jones and Ivan Ranklin? I would really appreciate a nice talk slowly so that I can understand how your fake outrage towards Donald Trump's administration from the Democrats is different than your fake outrage from Alex Jones's crew and the black pilling nonsense.
Yeah. Artaja, thank you so much. 5 subscriptions to the MG show. Keep them coming. All right. So remember we said, it's the jobs report came out, 130,000 in January. Huge. Remember we said it's a deep cleaning because we got to get rid of the government jobs in order to clean the deep state, guys. It's part of it. But people are saying there's no arrests. And I want you to listen to this very closely of what Bondi says here, guys. Does she confirm or deny if there's a pending investigation against John Brennan? Listen to this. They are scared poopless, Shady. Arrests will come.
We absolutely know they've been investigating.
He was further asked by an CIA official. The same officer said when he approached the director and asked that the director refused to remove it after being explained this wasn't good, with the dossier's many flaws, he said, yes, but doesn't it ring true? So this is John Brennan using that document to change intelligence community assessment, which I think led to all the stuff we've seen over the last decade. And I think this committee in the country, Congress in the country, like to know if Mr. Brennan is going to be indicted.
What I can confirm is that we have received a referral from you, Chairman Jordan, to investigate John Brennan. His attorneys have made some public statements, but the department is still bound, of course, by our longstanding policy of not discussing matters. What I will say today, I can't confirm nor deny whether there is a pending investigation, but what I will say is no one is above the law.
Ooh, did you love you see what she did, Shady? She went like this.
She gave
That's a hat tip, Anons.
She's like,
that's a hat tip. That's a hat tip, Anons. Wow. Let me just play that one more time. Here, listen. Oh, here we go. I love this.
From you, Chairman Jordan, to investigate John Brennan. His attorneys have made some public statements, but the department is still bound, of course, by our longstanding policy of not discussing matters. What I will say today, I can't confirm nor deny whether there is a pending investigation, but what I will say is no one is above the law.
Mr. Chairman,
weaponization has ended.
Oh, yeah.
Point of order, Mr.
Wow.
It's such a beautiful moment, bro. Wow. I mean, I think that people are having there's a lot of gravity around that. Let's just say that's an epic hat tip to your work of finding the truth.
Ayn Grand says, I appreciate you guys. I wish I could do more. You're in my prayers. The prayers are priceless. Thank you for the $2 Rumble rant. We appreciate that. But your prayers are worth more than any Rumble rant. But we need both. And thank you so much.
Prayers are the reason that we're here, as well as the financial support. Because let me tell you guys, the meat grinder that these people put the two of us through, just simply because for no reason. We didn't do anything to anybody. We're allowed to pick up a microphone and talk to the crowd just like anybody else could pick up a microphone and talk to a crowd. But somehow, for some reason, it was fine for everybody else to do that. But it was no bueno for the two of us to do what we're doing together.
And Media Matters didn't want us talking. Hillary didn't want us talking. Angus King didn't want us talking. Flynn Network didn't want us talking.
No.
1 + 1 = 2, everybody.
They really didn't want us talking whenever we got onto the idea that it wasn't a Fed insurrection. It was a military color revolution coup being ignited by a literal sitting United States general in the Army.
That's right. All right. Swallowwell, Shady Groove, you ready?
I can just imagine that this is going to be a stinker.
You're going to love this.
Talk to you next is serious. And I did not expect this would happen. And I'd like your help on it. The president has inspired death threats against me and many sitting up here with me. In June 2025,
he's the victim, guys.
11 voicemails at my district office. On the voicemails, they said, get the message to him. I'm going to hunt him down, that motherfucker, and toss his ass over the Golden Gate Bridge by my fucking self.
Do you say that up there?
I'm sorry, guys.
Justice in the Northern District of California.
I didn't realize he was going to. I forgot. Sorry, but let me just get it right now.
Get the button that you missed with. Yeah.
There we go.
He's going to miss. He's going to miss on purpose.
Yep.
Declined to prosecute. On May 14, 2025, on Twitter, responding to something I posted, an individual said, no, it wasn't, Eric, and now I'm going to kill you. The Department of Justice from the Southern District of Texas declined to prosecute. May through December of 2025, we received messages at my office that said, I hope somebody shoots you and your children and your wife in the head. Pew, pew, motherfucker, pew, pew. I would stay indoors as much as possible, and my children, unfortunately, have to do that. The Department of Justice has not charged this individual and cited that he's a prolific caller and has health conditions, although what we have found in our own investigation and his voicemails is that he has said he will employ others to do this. The president can come after me. It's fine. I'm in the arena. So are these folks. But we never expected that the Department of Justice would not seek to prosecute and investigate those who are making threats against us. And that would include those on that side of the aisle. And I'm just asking for your help to protect life, because life is at risk with the environment we're in right now.
Congressman, I completely agree with you. I know about several of those personally involving you. I believe one has been charged publicly, and there's something I would be happy to talk to you about off camera. I can assure you that they are very serious. They are being looked into, and I can give you more details on those. None of you should be threatened, ever. None of your children should be threatened. None of your families should be threatened. And I will work with, you can come into my office any day. I will work with all of you on both sides of the aisle if you are ever threatened. And I'll gladly talk to you after this hearing about your cases. But I can tell you some of them are very active.
We need to pause here.
No, let's just let the clip finish.
I'm chomping at the bit, dude. Because
don't chomp. Just wait for it to finish. We got you. Now you go.
I'm going to
go.
So, listen, this is amazing. This is another moment, man. Because
it's another moment.
It's a moment where look that was he was trying for a gotcha moment. Did that work? Nope. Did that gotcha moment right there work? No, hell no. And let me take this another step. You know who's calling him? I know who's calling Swalwell. I know who's calling these people. I know who's calling Omar and all these other people and leaving disgusting, horrible, threatening voicemails. They're being told to do it by people like Enrique Tarrio. They're being told to do it. They're being told to do it online by these people that are ginning up and acting like that the left is doing these things to them. Okay? This is where it's coming from. There's no doubt in my mind. These people that are making these unbelievable threats that are being claimed, Swalwell is claiming they're on our side. Well, the people that are on our side, nobody that I know that's MAGA would ever do that. Nobody that I know that's not a vigilante would ever do that. Nobody that I know that's a law-abiding American citizen would ever call up and say something other than some sort of constructive criticism of a lawmaker. So if you're calling up because of Ivan Ranklin's deep state target list, he's encouraging people to call these representatives. He's encouraging people to call federal attorneys. He's posting their addresses and he's posting their telephone numbers. And he's been doing it for a long time. So Ivan Ranklin posting these people's numbers, and then numbnuts that are sitting on Twitter with nothing to do make calls and make threats. And guess what? Pam Bondi's investigating that too. And that is an absolute blessing.
So here we go. These are this is Michael Shapiro was arrested for making death threats against U.S. Rep. Swalwell. He's a 72-year-old man from Green Acres, Florida, near West Palm, arrested on January 3rd, 2024. There's one there. You've got other ones too. Joshua Hall, a Pennsylvania man who pled guilty in 2022. But it shows you, Shady Grove, that, again, I think the biggest point here is that we give grace, to people that don't think like us. You know, you got Pam Bondi saying, I will work with anybody on either side of the aisle if you're getting threats of unaliving. I think that speaks volumes as well. And it kind of speaks to the message that we've had this week, Shady.
But that also speaks to the message that Mayorkas was.
I understand.
Mayorkas was giving us the message that he wouldn't help anybody on our side do anything. He wouldn't help the Catholic people that were being attacked.
Right.
He wouldn't help the school board people. He wouldn't help a single human being. And matter of fact, they told us that we were crazy for saying it, but that's not what Pam Bondi is saying.
Right.
This looks to me like the government working for us.
Imagine that.
I'm just
all right, Magic Woman says, thank you for being a shield between us and the BS out there, for quieting the noise and giving us real information. God bless you both. Thank you. Susie says, I've been learning so much from you both. The last 2 days podcast is over the hill, over the target, over the hill. I'm going to be over the hill tomorrow.
You've been over the hill.
Oh, jeez. Thanks, Shady. All right, let me do this. This is Rumble Wallet. Shady Groove, we got to do the Rumble Wallet because they can freeze your accounts, shut off your cards, lock you out of your own money overnight. Banks don't protect you. They control you. That's why the real financial freedom starts with ownership. Introducing Rumble Wallet, a non-custodial wallet built for people who refuse to give up control. With Rumble Wallet, you don't just buy digital currency like Bitcoin and Tether. You can own Tether, real gold on the blockchain through Tether Gold. Thank you, Rev Rob, for your Tether Gold donation today. You get direct ownership of physical gold bars, each one fully allocated, verifiable by serial number, purity and weight. This isn't paper gold. This isn't an IOU. This is real gold without bank vault storage fees or gatekeepers. You can buy or sell or move 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when the traditional gold markets are closed. And if you want, Tether Gold can be redeemed for physical gold. That is the power. And when you support creators on Rumble, ding, you can tip them directly using Rumble Wallet, peer-to-peer and outside the banking system. No permissions, no middlemen, no cancel button. The wallet is yours forever.
Forever.
Thank you.
What
a show, huh?
What an amazing moment, though. You know, like what we're showing there right there. I mean, I haven't seen any of those clips, and so it was the first time I was seeing those Bondi clips that we're seeing. I didn't catch any of it this morning, but I think that we couldn't have picked. I don't know how we picked those 2 clips or 3 clips, but those were the perfect. They fit perfectly in this show to show you how we're not like them. We tried to show you yesterday us praying and talking to the father-in-law of Renee Good, showing you how we're not like them. We've simply tried our dead level best to share with we the people, we the Republicans. No, wait. We the not Democrats. No, wait. We the Libertarians. No, we the people. It's we the people. And we're all different. And we all have individuality. And none of us are part of a collective. And a community is not a commune. So let's work together.
Because when you group people in a group, Democrats, Republicans, far left, far right, it's easier to control. It's harder to control an individual. We the people. We are individuals, and we are all special in our own ways.
Absolutely. Each one of you has something that nobody else has.
Yeah. Anita says she'll be 52 this year. Youngin'.
That just happened to me in December.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Shady.
Yeah, I'm already like 2 months into it. It's not so bad.
I feel great. What I've done in the last year, Shady, it's been quite a transformation. Maybe a little over a year.
It's been a little over a year, but you've been working hard.
Yeah.
And everybody's been working hard. And as a matter of fact, we're all being handed a whole bunch of new tools. We're being handed a cleaner food system. We're being handed a vaccine system that doesn't have thimerosal in it. We're being handed a border that keeps people out. As a matter of fact, Jeff, it's interesting because they're starting to investigate all the tunnels now because there's no more foot traffic coming over the top of the land. Now we're starting to be able to use these drones and find some of these tunnels that we haven't been able to search for that are being found and are, interestingly enough, being connected to foreign churches in distant Italian lands.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Imagine that, Shady.
I mean, it's just like you couldn't have thunk it if you wrote it.
Look, I tell you, all we want to do is follow the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. That's what we want. And that's what we do. And then we also realize that the truth is learned. It's never told. And the Constitution is your weapon, Shady Groove.
I think you just called us Dragnet.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for that. I agree with that. We are a dragnet here.
We'll see you tomorrow. It is 1:59 on the East Coast time. Shady's got a whole day ahead of him, and mine is screwed.
Yeah, I'm going to go outside. The sun's out.
Oh, and I wanted to thank Paul Bunyan, 28, for the 1 subscription to the MG Show. Please, if you can, on your way out, please give us a tip if you enjoyed the show, chat. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Shady, see you tomorrow.
Much
Thank you, Yeti.
love. Thank you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Patriots and signals live at noon. Jeffrey and Shannon cutting through the gloom. Deep state schemes and media lies. We tear them down brick by brick. Documented proof, no opium tricks. From 2019 to season 8, we never sold a ghost. Follow the bloodlines, expose the globalist host. Trump's still cooking, draining the swamp every day. While grifters chase shadows and fade away. The MG Show. Truth is learned, never told. Constitution's our weapon. Patriots bold. America first. Sovereignty strong. Border secure. Where we belong. No more psyops. No more fake news spin. MAGA rising. Let the awakening begin. MG Show. Turn it up. Stand tall. The Republic's calling. Answer the call. Live on Rumble X and your tour bear waves. We map the network, shine light in the caves. No apologies, no retreat, no bending the knee. Faith, family, freedom, that's the key. Spiritual warfare, revivals to fight. Turn back to God, bring back the light. From mass arrest to Maduro's takedown. Trump's got the playbook, wearing the crown. The MG Show. Truth is learned, never told. Constitution's our weapon. Patriots bold. America first. Sovereignty strong. Border secure. Where we belong. No more psyops. No more fake news spin. MAGA rising. Let the awakening begin. MG Show. Turn it up. Stand tall. The Republic's calling. Answer the call.
Oh, yeah. Answer the call, everyone.
They targeted us, suspended attack, but we rose stronger, that's a fact. Twitter files, Hillary's list, we survived the storm. Now the truth hits harder, keeps Republic warm. No left-wing globalist chains on our land. Economic nationalism, take back command. Side by side.
www.mg.show. Boom.